Hi guys, welcome to Wait a Minute. And now you can see me doing the other part of driving. Hey, good morning, afternoon, sorry. It feels like morning. Welcome to Wait a Minute. My videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. Hey, you know that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink? When I was a kid, that used to be the dumbest thing. Because I didn't really, when I was growing up, I didn't have horses, and I wasn't a cowboy, and I didn't really know what that meant. I mean, I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it meant, you know what I'm saying? Until, later I understood it a little bit, because my niece Haley would refuse to eat anything other than what she had. Like, she had, a menu of stuff she could eat or drink, and it was just a tiny little menu, and everybody had to cater to that, because she would not eat otherwise. She was a stubborn little girl. And, she's still a little fussy, but not like she was. She's a pretty great lady. Anyway, I just was gonna say, I got caught up there. She's a great lady. I'm really proud of her. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, I'm done with that. So, but when she was little, you could lead her to a Thanksgiving dinner or whatever kind of feast you want, and she'd pick a plain hamburger or something really, lame. And it was just weird. But anyway, that was kind of, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, even though she wasn't a horse. I promise. Anyway, that kind of showed me what it meant to, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink kind of thing. Because we could put anything we wanted to in front of her, but if it wasn't what was on her menu in her brain, she would not eat it. She would not. She'd sit at the table forever if you'd made her sit at the table till she was done, because she would not eat that. Kind of turned out to be a good thing now that she's older, to be stubborn and strong-willed like that, because you kind of got to be that way to make your own way, make your life, be responsible, be a grown-up, And so I'm really proud of her. Anyways, I said that already. So I was thinking about this because there are people on my list of people to work with right now. I mean, they're just people that I'm currently helping out. And I mean, those people, they need help. They appreciate help. God, I got something in my eye. They need help. They appreciate help, but they want the help that they want. You know what I'm saying? If this is not actual true, probably. Well, it is sometimes. If they're dying of thirst, and you bring them water, they'll be like, don't you got beer? You know what I'm saying? It's never what they won't, what you want to give them, help them. If what they need, they will only accept what they want, which is usually something other than what they need. Although sometimes they'll take what you give them that they need, but you kind of got to force them to. But then comes the, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I have driven people to interviews at jobs about 1,000 times, I don't know, something like that, and to drug tests and whatever else, so that they could, work at this new job or get a new job. And they get a new job, and for whatever reason, sometimes it's their fault, sometimes it's not. Most of the times it's the person's fault. Not every time. It gets screwed up, and they lose that job. So then I bring them again, and we do the same thing, and whatever. Sometimes I actually bring them to work. There was a while back, I had somebody living with me, and a young man, just someone we got really close to, and he was staying with us for a long time. We got him a job, and it was a very convenient job. It was a job where he didn't have far to go. If he had to, he could walk. And he liked the job, more or less. He just didn't like getting up early. So I don't really know exactly what happened there. I just know what it seemed like on our end was that he didn't want to get up. He skipped a couple days, told us he didn't have to work those days, but he actually did. And when he went back to work, they said, see you later, you're fired. That job couldn't have got much easier. It was a pretty easy job to begin with. It was right down the road from our house. And when it was cold, I could bring him. When it wasn't, he could walk or ride a bike. I mean, it was really simple. Lots of people from our trailer park walk to this gas station. Lots of people. Every day. Anyway, sorry, my throat is sketchy. I was trying to sing and my throat just doesn't do that anymore. But I'm not picking on him. He was young and still thought he needed to stay up super late, and then to try to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning was killing him.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
But my point is I told him when he got the job, you know, that it's not going to be easy. Do your job. You know, we can always look for a job later when the time comes, but right now you need a job, so take this job. You know, and I helped him get the job. I mean, like, I was a reference on his application. I went there with him so he could fill out the application, and I knew the people that worked there. So getting him the job wasn't hard at all. Keeping the job, that's where it gets hard. So he accepted my help just so far, and then he didn't anymore. And that was really frustrating to me. Well, currently there's other things, other people. Usually it's about a job or something that's good for the person. You can lead them there all freaking day long. You can lead them to multiple things that they need. And they might take the thing, and then they kind of throw the thing aside and decide, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do blah, blah, blah. And then when they realize that they need the thing, or, you know, whatever, if it's a job or whatever it is, then they'll usually, and I'm not upset that people ask me for help. I'm just saying, I usually get a phone call that says, hey, can you help me? I got this happened at my job. Usually they blame the job. Sometimes it's the job's fault, sometimes it's not. But usually they blame the job, say, yeah, this happened, that person was a jerk, and this happened, and so now I'm here in this place, and this is what's going on. Can you help me get a job or whatever? And I'm good with that to a certain extent, because sometimes it takes a few tries. But also, I work with young people that are, you know, for the most part, are at-risk young people that have had a lot of things, a lot of slams against them, a lot of rough lives, a lot of things that, you know, made it really hard to grow up. Okay, so there's a lot of them that are not really growing up. Their bodies are, but they're still kind of stuck in the past. Anywho, just recently I brought somebody to a job, and I was like, this is a great job. Do this job and you'll be set. And do you know what? Quit that job before you even started. Went to orientation, went to whatever, I think 2 days in a row. And then our first one was the interview, the second one, I don't know, whatever. He went twice to this place, and they scheduled him for the next day to work. And the next day something happened in the kid's life, and he refused to go to work. His first day at this amazing place to work. And it was sad. I mean, I was upset for him in two ways. I was upset that he had a bad day, but also I explained to him the logistics and the logic it takes for him to keep the job, suffer later, whatever the thing was, you know. But he didn't see it that way, so he didn't go to work, and he didn't go to work the next day, and he lost the job completely. And it's too bad, because it was a really great job. Well, since then we've applied at several different jobs, and he's worked a couple places. But he just has to do it his way. Now, I'm not putting him down. I love him dearly. He's like a son to me. I don't have any, you know, for him as a person, as, you know, someone I care about, I don't have anything against him at all. But recently he got another job. He likes it a lot, and I couldn't be everything to him because I had to get my car fixed and do some things, and I didn't have a car to go and get him. And I told him that a day in advance so he could get somebody. And then he sent me a message that said he had somebody, and then I went about my day. And then later, I looked at my messages, and they said, he sent me another message a few hours later and said, I think he's going to flake on me. And then a little while later said, I don't have a ride. And so I was like, you know, well, did you at least call them and explain what's going on? I mean, there's a chance that they're going to give you a chance. And I don't know if he did or not, but probably not, because he was already consigned to the fact that he was going to quit. Because he didn't want them to fire him for not being there, he just quit. And I was like, okay. So you can lead a horse to water, all different kinds of water. But if they don't want to drink, they won't drink. If they want to drink, you know, a couple swallows, that's all they're going to get, then you can't make them drink more because they're done. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you can force on people. And there's so many things in people's lives that really need to be worked on, really need to be fixed, and they need to grow through it. But they only will when they're ready to do it. God bless you, love you, keep you, and all the other things. Bye.